93 NSX 217 on the Odo, and John's telling me about his headlight upgrade, which is hard to appreciate on camera, I'm sure, but this car sounds and drives like a brand new one. What's going on modification wise?
I've got a set of Love Fab headers and a Titech exhaust, KW suspension, and then just some random NSX stuff, NSXR headliner, and
Straight.
This modern D2S headlight upgrade.
Sorry.
An RM front splitter that
That just took a new scrape.
Yeah, took a new scrape.
All right, do some of you guys remember seeing this car go all over social media in the last few weeks? This is a 93 NSX that made an iconic journey from Florida all the way to Alaska, not just Fairbanks, but beyond that by several hours to the Arctic Circle. That is the car and that is the man who's responsible for this most recent epic journey. So let's have a quick chat with him. All right, so this is John, this is his NSX. John calls North Carolina home, but to say this man is a traveler puts it very lightly. John, give us a quick recap on what the last few weeks have been like for you.
Well, mainly about like the last 8 weeks, roughly. I left North Carolina and I drove to Key West, Florida to start this adventure, and then I left Florida and drove back to Asheville for about 9 days, and then I left Western North Carolina the 24th of August and booked it all the way up to the Arctic Circle, and then turned around and drove all the way to Tacoma, Seattle for NS Expo the 16th of September.
Yeah, and it's been, interesting to follow John's journey because this car had about just under 200K miles when he left on this journey. Now it's a 217, so put that in perspective, to drive 17,000 miles in just a couple months is wild, let alone to do it in NSX. What was your favorite thing about Banff National Park?
Good question. Just tremendous hiking. Like you pretty much throw a rock and find some incredible backcountry trails to spend the whole day exploring, but also coupled with, the Icefields Parkway is like a world-renowned driving road, so that's a big reason why I wanted to experience that area. But all the side roads off there are tremendous as well.
For sure. Speaking of exploring, NS Explorer on Instagram, check his page out, give him a follow. Lastly, just in terms of like advice for someone, a lot of people buy these NSXs, they like to preserve them because they're collector cars. What would you just say to someone who's kind of hesitating about putting miles on their car?
Just do it. It's not that hard. As long as your service is up to date, a brand new car can break just as simply as a 30-year-old car. So I would encourage everybody to drive what they own.
Yeah. So, and speaking of John does most of his own maintenance, but the car, like mechanically, tell me like one or two of the highlights mechanically of what you've had to do, or kind of curveballs that were thrown at you, anything specific that happened along the way for 17,000 miles?
Overall, I feel pretty blessed that, there's no catastrophic failure or anything. I've gotten a little debris inside my transmission bell housing, which has caused a throw-up area to kind of, I guess, not move as smoothly as it should, but the car still runs and drives fine. And then the front right sway bar in-link took a beating, so I replaced those. But really, besides that and the front lip, which I've now replaced, those are the only three things that have gone wrong in 17,000 miles.
Yeah, the car is a legend in making, or already has been made into one. So, as John likes to say, every time he has an adventure with his car, the resale price goes up because, and I can completely agree with this, the attachment and the sentimental sort of relationship with your vehicle just amplifies every time you go somewhere with it. And he's going to have stories to tell with this car for generations to come, and it's a super cool machine. So John, thanks for letting us enjoy your presence here in the garage for an overnight stay, and we'll watch your travels back to the East Coast.
Thanks, Tyson, for having me. I wouldn't come through Phoenix without seeing you.
All right. That is the official John Lang signed artwork. One of one. I know what I got.
Yeah.